In this video, we're going to be introducing the idea of EDC suppression. The suppressor we're going to be looking at in particular today is the Huxworks Rad 9. It is one of my favorite suppressors. Actually, it is my favorite pistol suppressor for a lot of reasons, but maybe we'll talk about that another day. The best place to get them, in my experience, is Capital Armory. They're out of stock right now, but they are a great place to get suppressors, and I've had my best experience there. The secret sauce to making EDC suppression work is Griffin Armaments Cam-LOK. The first thing you'll need to do is pick up a Cam-LOK barrel adapter. Make sure your threads are supported. Most of the time it's going to be 1x28 unless you have something strange. The next thing you'll need to check is if your suppressor is supported by checking the pistons page. The Griffin Armaments suppressors, of course, are all supported. In addition to Silencer Co. Omega 9Ks, Rugged Obsidians, Dead Air Odessa 9s, OSS, now known as Huxworks Rad 9, and some YHMs. And we will come back and talk about this Odessa later. Dead Air's Ghost and Wolfman supported, along with ACC Tyrant 45. Note this is 45 only. It will not fit the 9. Yeah, sorry about that. CGS Mod 9, Mod 9 SK, an Osprey for whoever still has that, and some SIG suppressors along with Silencer Central Banish, which is pretty cool. This list has grown over time, so check back if your suppressor is currently not supported. Now coming back to the Dead Air Odessa 9, this is a very unique and cool suppressor. I really like it a lot. Let's see if they have some specs here on the web page. Okay, never mind. I'll just tell you what I know about this thing. So it's 1.1 inches wide, so it does not block stock sights, and it's completely modular, so you can piece this thing apart and make it as short or as long as you like. Now this is going to be a pretty big deal for me. I carry in my pocket, but this way you can size it to however you like. I'm also going to, when I get this thing out, I'm going to check out something like this, a flexible carrier that may fit the Odessa 9, which will make this accessible to a lot more people, being able to carry on a belt instead of having to have it in a pocket. Let's go to the tabletop and take a look at this thing. So here we are on my old Walther, and here is our barrel adapter. You can note the interrupted threads. This thing goes on kind of like a thread protector. It's pretty sturdy, made of steel. If you ever bugger it, you can replace it. Here's the piston on our Rad 9. Focus, please. Thank you. So now you can see the matching interrupted threads on the inside of this thing. And that is how it's going to work. Now let's go ahead and pick up our pistol and attach this thing. First thing you want to do is put your thumb on the back so the slide doesn't move around. This is very important. And we're going to put it on, turn it counterclockwise, and give it a good hard twist clockwise to secure it. Taking it off, same thing, thumb on the back, and unscrew. There is a tapered edge there that makes this thing work. Let's try one more time. Now, most of the time, you see these things have to drop in when you turn it counterclockwise, and then you give it a good snug turn clockwise to lock in that taper, and it stays put even better than regular threads. So in some senses, this is actually better than a normal direct mounting with your stock pistons. Let's try this, look at it a couple more times. Counterclockwise, so it drops in, and a good hard turn clockwise to snug it on. It's very important to get that snug tight so it doesn't come off later, because it can come off, and it has. Now, just for grins, let's take a look at the system weight of this thing. Let's add some mags. There we go. About 45 some ounces hanging off your belt. Let's see the Rad 9's weight by itself. And we're going to come in at just over 8 ounces system in total. That's not too bad for a short pistol suppressor. Let's take a look at the length just for fun. It's going to come in about 5.5 inches, which is a bit longer than a typical K can, but you really don't notice it. It's not a big deal at all. Let's mounting up one last time. Thumb in the back, Put it on counterclockwise, drop clockwise, snug, and you're good to go. The tapered interfaces are engaged, and you are as secure as you can be. Now, how does this play out in real life? All right, let's take a look. We're going to draw the pistol, dig out the can, and mount up and on target, and it really goes pretty quick. This is definitely not a get off the X type of thing. This is more proactive. You're going to have to make sure you have yourself some time, and having your keys on a lanyard is very helpful. Let's try that again. Same side, please. Thank you. Draw, dig out your can, and mount up on target. I cannot emphasize enough that this is not a reactive thing. You're not going to be getting off the X and grabbing your can. You're going to be just getting off the X and shooting back. This is an active shooter or reactive type of thing where you actually have enough time to do it. In my estimation, you can get this thing deployed and on in about 4 to 5 seconds with some practice, but you don't want to race the clock. That will lead to mistakes. We're going to take a look at some of the things to make sure you get this on correctly coming up shortly. But again, this is not reactive. It is proactive, where you see something coming and you get this thing out to protect your ears and to be a sneaky ninja assassin or whatever it is you're trying to do. But it is not reactive. All right, I hope I made that abundantly clear. Yeah, I got a squirrel in the tree hustling me for more peanuts. You already got your peanuts, bro. Go get them. Let's take a close-up on some of the details that are really going to matter. It's important to hit milestones to make sure you get this thing secured. So we're going to draw our pistol. We're going to get our forearm on the side of our ribs, and we're going to get that thumb and the back of the pistol. We're going to draw our can, and we're going to get that one on our ribs as well. So we got both forearms on the ribs, thumb on the back. Do our counterclockwise, drop in clockwise, and now we're mounted and good to go. So let's run through that one more time. We're going to draw a pistol, forearm in the ribs, thumb in the back, get our can out, another forearm on the ribs, counterclockwise, drop, clockwise, lock. And there you have it. Let's take a look at a couple more angles. Turn to the side, please. Thank you. Again, draw, forearm, thumb, dig, forearm, counterclockwise, drop, clockwise, lock. Let's just do a couple more times, run through it again. Now, the thing you're going to want to understand is it's going to be tempting to race the clock here. And I found out that that doesn't work. If you don't believe me, try it and see how long your can lasts. You'll be checking out that warranty before long. I've already had to send in cans twice because I rushed the clock. I did not get them secured, and I had can go down range. And that's a bad day. There's nothing worse than the feeling of seeing the can you paid so much money for, you waited so long for, you finally get it, and you bugger it because you were in a hurry. Now, sometimes you're going to foul your can digging out, and you're going to have some kind of a problem getting the thing mounted. So when that happens, what you're going to want to do is turn it over, bang it on your chest so that you get your hand out of the way, and then you can actually mount the thing up. So let's look at that one more time. Draw the pistol. All right, something's happened. We've buggered our draw, our hand's in the way. Give it a bang, get your hand out of the way, and then finish your mounting. One thing I struggle with quite a bit with EDC suppression is heat management. Once you put enough rounds through your suppressor, it's going to be quite hot, and you will give yourself severe burns trying to get it off. I carried a regular bandana in my pocket for some time, and that seemed to do the job, but Burnproof Gear has this Kevlar hank that does an even better job. So now you can get the thing off, wrap it up, stick it in your pocket, and it won't burn you, your pants, or anything else in the vicinity. And it is a much better solution to the heat management problem. And that is a wrap for this video. I hope your mind has been open to the possibilities of EDC suppression. Here is a list of gear that I have featured on this video. I hope you have found this helpful. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.